Okay, so practice 1, task 22. Write a function that counts the number of each letter of the alphabet in a string. And here we have hello world. So what we should get is 1H, 1E, 3L, right, 1, 2O. And in the end, we could, for example, use a dictionary. But of course, we need to do it correctly. Right, so there must be a 3 here for else. And we should, well, somehow account for H, right? Either, well, with caps or without. So let's see. How do we do this? We have a string. We need to count. So what we could do is we set up a dictionary. Right, dictionary with curly brackets, where our key and values are separated by a colon, where here we put letters, for example A, and then we have a number here starting 0, for instance. But I don't want to do this 27 times. So what I do instead is I say, hey, what is A in Unicode? Last letter of the alphabet is what? Maybe Z. 122. I already forget what is A, no problem, because what I do is I will do a range from odd from A to Z in integers using the Unicode. Right, so 97, 122. Now the thing is, when I put this into a list, 97, 121. Right, so remember, the range starts counting at 0 at the current element and then stops right before. So if we want to have Z inside our list, right, and Z is 122. X, you see here missing. And we better add +1. Good, so this is my list. Now I can loop over this list in a list comprehension and say, give me the Unicode character of I for I in my list. So far so good. So I get the letters A to Z. There we go. Now, of course, I don't want a list comprehension. I actually want a dictionary, right? So what I do is I change this to curly brackets, and then I say the value for each letter is 0. So this is my initial dictionary, the count dictionary, right? So far, so good. Now I need to loop over the string. Let me see. Hello world. Finally, hello world, right? String 1. And then I need to loop over this. So I could go like for I in string 1. Print. Just to see what's going on, right? So I go letter by letter. When the iterator takes the values in string 1, it goes letter by letter. Good. But I can use this because I have a count dictionary. And I can ask the current value of, for example, what is given for A. Oh, and that is 0. And then, well, this is nothing but a value. But values I always can define, right? And then call. Oh, J is 0. But I can do it as J equal, sorry, as J plus equal 1. Right, so every time I now execute these lines, of course, J's is being increased. Good. Remember, this also just carries a value. So this is basically our j. So what we can do instead is say that our count dictionary looks for the letter that is stored in I, right? And in principle, we ask a question here, what is in, right? And that will give us at the moment a 0. But what we will do instead is to say, hey, take the current value, increase it by 1, and store it under the current key value map or dictionary entry. So at the end, when we then print the dictionary, doesn't work. Oh no, because we didn't define age. No, we have age, right? Let's see. Print your dictionary. Age. Age is here. Very good, it's there, but it tells me it's not there. It's a key error, so we can't find the key to the value, right? Or for the value. So this is correct because this is a capital H and we use a small h. So two things we can do. Solution 1, the easy one. We use the lower method to say whatever letter we have, we're going to print the lower value. So capital H becomes small h. So we have a lower here as well. Right, so you see already we print the low h instead of the capital H. Hello world. But now we don't have a white space. Getting a little bit tedious, right? But we always could use replace and say replace the white space with no space. There we go. Okay. That would have been the easy solution. But we don't do easy here. Right? So a little bit more. Well, sometimes we do easy. Okay, but try differently now. Okay, so what else we can do? It's also not that much complicated. We extend the list that run here in the setup of our dictionary. So the problem was that we have a white space in caps. So what we need to figure out is what is capital A? 65. Right, what's capital Z? And what's a white space? And then I just take the sequence over which the for keyword is running in my list comprehension and say add here, it must be a list, I pass to the list the Unicode character for the white space and add the Unicode range for odd cap A to odd cap Z plus 1. So far so good. So when we just take now our, careful with the brackets, open, open, 3 open, 2 open, 2 yes. Okay. So when we take this now and just see what this part of my list comprehension is, just a couple of numbers in one big list, because we use here a list concatenation. We have 32, that was the white space, and then the values from 65 to 99, Z. So Z, check what is that again, 90, oh yeah, here's the break, 90, and then 97, that is the small a, to 122. Okay. And so now our dictionary contains caps and the white space. And there we go. And so we have one white space, we have one cap H, we have 3 L's, 2 O's. Okay, I think, oh, everything in one function, right? So def my count function, string 1. Nope. There we go. Return your count dictionary, and we need to put the dictionary inside that function. So, yes. Okay. There we go. That should work. We test it. Okay. And in principle, we don't need print anymore. We know how the program flow is. Good.